Hey ladies, welcome back. So we're on our 40 days and 40 nights of enjoying life with full inspiration, intuition, and insight. This is our empaths in training. That's right. Little mini series before we get to the big stuff, right? Because we're all here on a mission, right? We have our creative ambitions, our sacred ambitions for building our spiritual businesses, and that's what we're trying to achieve here. However, think of this as like a mindset prep, emotional prep, so that we can not only gain a better understanding and grip of who we are, particularly as empaths, but to get ourselves in alignment with that goal. And so that's what we're trying to achieve here with these introduction videos for these 40 days. And so tonight's topic, and I'll remind you, we are on video 11. Yes, video 11, right? A lucky number, video 11. Actually, it's in two places in my numerology. I know that's my soul urge number, and I have a life path 1. If you know anything about numerology, then you know what I'm talking about there. So, number 11, pretty excited about that. Here we are, video 11, and we're going to talk about the inner child really quickly and why I think it's important. Connecting with the inner child connects us with our creativity. And creativity is a massively important part of our connection to spirit and our spirituality. Finding peace, getting mindful, dredging up that inner creative goddess that's within us. You know, because we were born this way. We were encoded to be co-creators with the Creator. In fact, even Scripture will mention in the first few lines of Genesis, the whole thing is about creation and creativity and the fact that we are co-creators. As children, it's evident. What do we do when we're kids, right? We run around daydreaming. Right? We have those dreams of what are we going to be when we grow up. And you can tell a lot. It gives us a lot of insight into that child that wants to be the fireman or wants to be the nurse or the doctor or the adventurer, finding all the treasure. Yeah. But many of us forget this. We leave that pure and beautiful side that we were so connected with as children as we get older. You know, unfortunately, many of us are raised to be little adults. I know I was. Being oldest of 8. You know, to a mother with bipolar disorder, it wasn't easy. And that was my escape. I used to sketch. And my sketches were good. They were really good. They used to get stolen. I would use pastels. I had an amazing picture of Harry from Harry and Anderson's. If you guys remember that movie. I would paint. I would write all the time. I had notebooks upon notebooks. They were both used as journal entries and for stories. I had tons of coloring books, more than you can count. And just, I would escape, making collages, you know, going outside in nature. I'd pretend I had a nature show. right? And I was the talk show host. And I would go on amazing discoveries. It's this imagination and partaking in these activities, these beautiful creative projects that we used to love being such a part of, that we've just let go of. And it really needs to be a big part of our life, even to this day. Play is an important part of being able to express ourselves, allow ourselves to develop who we are, and allow the stuff that's repressed, the stuff that we're feeling on the inside, to come out. It gives it a place to flow. And instead of it being destructive, it becomes constructive and productive. When we have emotions that we can't express and things that we're stuffing down inside, it has no way out. And unfortunately, as adults, it comes out in destructive forms, and we see these things play out within our relationships, and people who turn to addictions of all kinds, of all types. It doesn't matter what it is. But to get down and get creative allows us to really get in touch with our deepest, truest, most the most treasured part of our hearts. Those treasured things that we've held on to for so long, that can flow out and energetically get put onto a blank sheet of paper and expressed and turned into a little masterpiece. And what's more is it puts us in this space, it puts us in this zone, this flow, where we're connected to the spirit that animates everything all around us. That energy that allows us to be everything we want to be, anything we want to be. It allows us to daydream again, and to be all those things we imagined ourselves to be when we were young. Why not be that again? Who says we can't have that again? Because we can. I can go back. I can be that little girl again. That was the real Jamie. That was that little girl, that artist. The one who loved dancing, music. I remember, my art teacher telling me, I wanted to be a mix of Paula Abdul and Janet Jackson. A little bit later, Shakira came into the picture, and she added the missing exotic Arabic mix to the whole thing. But she told me I'd written an essay for another class about choreography. I remember her telling me that at 14 years old, it was too late. I was too old. It would never happen. I took that to heart. I really did. And I'd hate to see that happen to anybody else, but I'm sure kids experience it all the time, and it's just heartbreaking. But there's no reason why we can't go back and pull those things up that used to be such a big part of ourselves and allow it to be part of our lives to this day. There's no reason. Because it's who we really are. It's a part of who we really were. And it can be part of our lives now and in the future. And it'd allow us to have a deeper, more sacred and spiritual life. It would help us to enjoy our spiritual lives a lot more. And so I wanted to share that message. I think a lot of us forget just how important childhood was, and those things that were so deeply, such a deep part of ourselves that we have let go for various reasons or another. It can be a catalyst for so much change, for so much transformation, so much healing, if we would just go back and allow it to be, and let that part of ourselves come out, and not be afraid to express it. No longer repress that part of ourselves anymore, but to share it with the world. Now, on that note, I'm going to give you a little actionable. Okay? I would like for you to go back and think about the things that you partook in as children. What were the things you daydreamed about? What did you want to become when you grew up? Were you a little artist? Did you sing? Did you dance? What were those things? And what would you love to return to? And are you willing to start doing some of those things? Even if it means to start out small. And if you could do them, what would they be? Put those answers in the comment section down below. And let's get this conversation going, shall we? And if you do start any project this week, I'd love for you to come back and let us know what that was. And where did it take you in your mind? Take note of how you felt and let us know what it did for you. And on that note, I'm going to say voila. I love you all. I hope to see you back soon. And we'll return to this topic because this is a very, very important part of not only connecting with our deepest selves, but connecting with our Creator and expressing ourselves as empathic creatures. I know that we have let go of ourselves for a very, very long time and have stuffed things down that really want to come up. And they deserve to come up. And you should let them. So let's do this, shall we? Until then, I love you. Bless you. And say peace.